So, what's the plan? Hey everybody. Well, I'm on bag 26 and it's day 26 and I don't know how long I'm going to go with this pattern of each day is going to be representing the bag that I'm sorting. And things have come up. So not only is my video a little bit late, but I don't know what's going to happen here in the near future. I'm going to try to maintain what I'm doing with sorting the fabric and working on my Aloha quilt. But in this video, I just kind of want to give you guys kind of like an update. I've got some big life changes that have hit kind of sudden. When I recorded this, it was way before drama ensued in my life. And sometimes things like this happen, and everyone knows that who's been through enough life. And I have to give priority where I need to. So we have a little toddler who has moved in with us, and I guess now that's going to be kind of the new challenge. How do you make time for quilting whenever you have a toddler? So I already have two children, 14 and 7, and now we have this 3-year-old. And so we're going through an adjustment period, and I want everyone to, well, you guys can do what you want, but in my, it would be my wish that I can just, I don't know, have some grace from those who are viewing this, because I foresee there's going to be gaps of time between this video and the next one. It's been a couple of weeks since I made just this video, the filming part of it, and in that time I've only been able to like fold some of the fabric that was in this cache for bag 26. Trying to figure out, here's another thing, because I have now 3 boys, there's a lot of schedule that goes on during the summer. Everyone's out of school. I have my oldest is active in sports, which means there's practices, and I'll try to get a photo of how I'm trying to mitigate that time that practice takes away from being at home and being with the sewing machine, where that's the time I'm using to actually do folding and sorting while I'm sitting in the truck or wherever it is I'm going to be sitting. But that's my thing. I am going through a transition period. Now, before all the drama kind of happened, I did have some notes as to what I was wanting to say with this video. And my concern was, when you have a messy house and you have a lot of stuff and people can kind of see that exposed inventory, people can see stuff you have like on crowded shelves, or they come in and they see, the stack of boxes. Does that discredit the person that stuff belongs to? Alright, so bear with me, because I'm getting a bit self-conscious about it. And, not only is that a bit of pressure from my husband, but, in previous videos I've kind of hinted about how I am embarrassed about how I've got all my the stash that is the size of a hippo or two. I've got that all kind of exposed in the bedroom, and y'all have seen the videos. It is literally taking up one side of the bedroom. Now it's not a very large bedroom. We're talking maybe 15 by 10. Okay, y'all could do the math, and that's how much square footage. And I've done my best to make sure that my husband's side of the bedroom is manageable and tidy. But here recently, he has been, last year he renewed his hobby of hunting. So he has a lot of his hobby now bled out into the room. Like all that stuff, he's purchased more stuff. He's got more hunting gear now. And he can't fit it in the closet either. It's like I can't just shove all this material into a closet. And he can't shove all his hunting gear into the closet. So now his side of the room, and maybe I'll show that, his side of the room is full of gear, just like I've got my side of the bedroom full of quilting stuff. But I've been trying to make a conscious effort to make what people see more presentable. Thus why I was folding everything very uniform, putting everything in bags in a uniform and utilitarian fashion. Like I can see the material and it's folded, it's been aired out. This is good for the fabric. But my main psychology I'm wanting to think on is, does having this material exposed like this discredit me? Do people walk in and I don't get to close the bedroom door in time? You know, we just now been having a lot of people in the house because of the new toddler. And I was like, it had happened just like the scenario plays out in my mind. I'm away from the house when the visitors come, and my husband and kids and everybody lets them in, and I'm down at the barn taking care of chickens, and I come back, and sure enough, everyone must have passed by and seen the bedroom door open. So all this material, you see that when you're standing at the door of the bedroom, that's what people see. Well, they also see the big boxes of hunting gear, ammo casings and the orange vest. And so it's not just now my discredit stuff, it's also my husband's discredit stuff. And he has a daughter from a previous marriage, so she has stuff in our bedroom too. She's 20 something, and she hasn't moved out of her mother's house, but we still have a bunch of her stuff from when she would, visit with us. And if anyone's been paying attention, taking notes, you could look at the other videos and find where I said, oh yes, this is the pile of my daughter-in-law's stuff. Well, that adds to the self-consciousness that I'm being discredited. Like, people see that junky room, and like, oh, she's a junky person. Well, they also, I think you get maybe 3 strikes. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. But they come in, they see a messy kitchen. That's strike 1. They go to the bathroom, they see a bunch of, wash rags from the kids, and there's stuff on the counter. Okay, that's strike number 2. Now it's like, well, she's just a busy mom. Oh, well, she's working on a project in the kitchen. She's busy. And then by the time you get to the bedroom, if they look over there, it's like, oh, she's just a messy person, strike 3. Well, I also have a messy garden right now. I'm really behind on weeding the garden. So I got 4 strikes against me. And I've been trying to work on getting things to look more presentable. And it may not be correct thinking, but I'm just letting you know what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I'm feeling the discredit. And I'm trying to stay motivated on repairing that. Now, here we're going to have where I'm talking about what I found in this bag. So thanks for listening.
In bag 26.
So this is what the bag looked like before. And this is the stuff that I got out of there. So these are the pieces that are large enough to be folded in that format. And I haven't separated solids from the patterned. But, so I got that. I've seen this handwriting before. Let's see here. I've seen this handwriting before. And I'm going to try to make a note and keep that separate. So, I guess have a isolation area. These are all the cotton pieces that are in small cuts. Now, I've seen some of these pieces in other sorting. So I'm not too sure. I'm just going to kind of put those in an orderly fashion. I've seen some of these in some projects that have already been started. And down in here, I think I kept it all together. Some of these have pins in them. And it looked like they were going to make half square triangles. So I kept that chunk kind of together. And I'm going to have to be real careful. And there's just some of these wild patterns. Now, the reason why this is not over here in this scrap is because this color and this panel match this little girl. I'm not sure about this color here, but these flowers mimic this flower. So there might be a little girl quilt here in the making, but this is a very bright, wild pink. And she's just a cheerful little character. And little farm girl with bare feet. And there was this panel of flowers. There's some pieces that have been cut at odd little intervals. So anyway, I kept all that together. And all these pieces that maybe somebody thought was going to go back together. And this panel here, Psychedelic Crazy, was matching all the colors on this. Now this little pile has themes. So there's like little kids themes, Christmas themes, and there was a big St. Patrick's theme in here too. So all this was in that bag. This is large polyester squares. I'm not sure what size that is, but it looks like 12 inches. And there were a lot of those. Not seen that. I think I might have seen that before, but it's been a long time. I haven't run across it lately in some of my lighter stuff. Now this is a stack of fabric that is not polyester, and we've got velvet, some blends, and we've got shiny stuff. We got stuff that looks like corduroy. We got some satiny material, silky material. I mean, just hodgepodge of materials. So, all this that goes separate somewhere else. It's not cotton, not poly. We'll deal with that later when we get all those together. Now this is odd. Someone just twirled or rolled all this polyester. And it's not even like the polyester like these polyesters. It's not as thick, it's thin. So I don't know what that is, but it's got a little bit of stretch to it, and there's a lot of it. Look at this. Look at all this. Now before, when I've met up with stuff like this, I've untied it and folded it square and flat. But someone's done this, and look, all these little bows. Some of them are all matching, some are not. But I've run into these before, but I've always unfolded them because they stack better. Oh, This guy don't belong over there. Found 3 small squares, 1 regular square cut, and then some long swaths, and then a little bit of white. Now, I'm not even sure I'm going to count this white because it's got 1 green stripe every 8 inches, but this is the material that I was able to find in bag 26. And now I'm going to go on to bag 27.